guys, this is Mia with Project Nerd here with Savannah and Bradley. We're going to be talking about This Is One for the Books.
Yeah.
So you were telling me earlier that this is a byproduct of a 48 hour?
Yeah. We don't do those too much anymore, but this was a really fun thing that we did for the Omaha Film Festival, and I had a friend that I've been wanting to work with for years who was like, hey, do you want to do something for this? And I was like, sure. And then we just drove up to Omaha and made a movie over the weekend, and it turned out really well. A lot of the times 48-hour films do not turn out super stellar, but we were really lucky to have a great crew, and so the production values are there, and we're stoked to send it to festivals.
We're just like, you know what, this is the one.
Yeah. And it's gay, and so it's very on brand for us.
Okay, so explain the premise to me.
I initially pitched it as it's a gay crime movie, but basically it's about two lesbians who are having an affair, and they accidentally kill one of their husbands, and it's about the aftermath of that. It's like a gay crime movie.
That's so poetic.
I'm still not convinced it was an accident.
Yeah. Are you not? Why?
There's a lot of subtext there.
A lot, but I'll say you just have to see the film and make the judgment for yourself.
Yeah. Brad.
Wait
way to be on with the press.
Put that back at me. All right. So are either of you in front of the camera as well as behind the camera?
Mm-mm.
You're just like,
no, thanks.
Definitely not.
This is a stretch for us.
Okay. What's your favorite part about filmmaking in general?
Why don't you take this one, Brad? You go first.
For me, it's definitely the production stage, because that's kind of, where I get to shine. I absolutely abhor anything to do with pre-production. It's not my thing. So I like to come in, do my prep work, come in, do the thing, get out, and then not have too many fingerprints on the pre-production part, because I'm a production guy. So
okay. What about you?
My favorite part is trying to get Brad involved in pre-production. No, I really like sometimes the writing of it's really fun. You get to I like to collaborate with other people when I'm writing. So rarely am I the sole writer on something. Okay. Usually I'll go and talk to somebody and be like, hey, what do you think of this scene? And we'll punch up the jokes together or something like that. But I love pre-production because you're basically making sure that everything is going to be ready for when you're on set. And then I love working with actors. I mean, that's a big thing. So whether or not, I'm doing a narrative film or a documentary film where I'm interacting with a subject or something like that, I just love to connect with the other people. And that's why I think film is such a fun medium, is because you get the benefit of collaborating with everybody else.
Perfect. Oh, yeah. That was a beautiful answer.
Thanks.
Both of them were great. So when it comes to making films, so I've done a couple of things, so I know a little bit about...
You've been around the block.
Yeah. There's so many mishaps that happen, and especially during 48, because you have that super shrunken amount of time.
Yeah.
So tell me about some of the mishaps or triumphs that occurred while you were...
I think I can go first.
We have to be...
Go ahead.
Be diplomatic, Brad.
I'll just say that when we were prepping the night before to start shooting the next morning, we spent an inordinate amount of time sifting through menus.
Menus? Yeah,
menus.
camera menus.
So trying to get camera settings, diving through menus, having to look things up online, just something that should have been a set and forget should have taken 5 minutes, and it taking a couple of hours out of our prep time.
This is my fault. Because when you're
She's
the
owning
director,
up to it.
When you're the director, everything's your fault. But people give directors all the credit, so you have to take all the blame when something goes wrong. Mm-hmm. So I love working with with one specific brand of cameras that I really like the look that you get out of it. I like the range that you have in post-production with it, and it has the worst menu system on the face of the planet. So sorry, Brad.
Because of course.
Camera people probably know exactly what we're talking about.
Yeah.
But I mean, once we figured it out, the shoot was pretty much smooth sailing for pretty much the whole time. There was a couple of pickup shots we had to get, the Sunday that it was due. But I mean, for the most part, it was pretty smooth.
Yeah, so it was just a fun opportunity to work together. But for me, I think the most stressful part of it was going into a new city and not knowing everybody on the crew immediately.
Yeah.
I didn't have the chance to get to know them in the pre-production process because it's a 48-hour. So my thing is that I like to work with friends or people that I know I can get along with, or I've had coffee with them before. Like, I like to know every single person that I'm on set with, especially at this level, because it's not like a huge thing. It's like you're really interacting with everybody.
Yes.
And so, I wanted to get to know people a little beforehand, but we didn't have that opportunity here. But everybody turned out awesome. But
do 30-second friendships.
yeah, pretty much.
That's
and not to mention that our sound guy was like a last minute call up from Kansas City. He drove out to Omaha.
He drove 3 hours and like killed it.
wow.
We were supposed to have a sound guy in Omaha who like bailed on us, I think at the last second or something like that. It's been a while, so I don't remember all the details, but like this dude, his name is Tyler, and he drove up from Kansas City like on Friday night and showed up like Saturday morning and was like, all right, I'm ready to make a movie.
Is Tyler the MVP?
Tyler is the MVP
Definitely
of
the
that
MVP.
film. Like, cool guy.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That makes me real happy.
I don't know a lot of people that would just like drive 3 hours to like work on a movie with us, and like he just did it without even thinking. Well,
He was
besides
like,
Brad. Brad drove in the car with me. Brad drove a lot of the trip, I think.
I think I drove just about all of it.
I was holding
We
my...
don't have anybody here that's experienced that. No, have we?
I had to hold the dog, so we were hanging. I know. We got a pug. He was in the movie.
Oh my god.
So if you come to the Kansas Filmmaker Block at the Tallgrass Film Festival on Sunday, you will see my cute pug stealing the show.
That is amazing and adorable. Okay, I literally just had a question in my mind because one of you said something, and I was just like, oh, I need to ask him this thing. Yes. So, considering that this is your first film in a film festival.
No.
What was your first film in a film festival?
It was a couple of years ago. It was called Politically Correct. It was a short comedy about a group of writers who try to be so respectful they can't get anything done. Is that a good premise for you?
That's amazing. That's amazing. Oh, man. So, now that you've kind of experienced all of this, what's next for you guys? What are you currently working on?
So I have a residency at TED right now, so I'm prepping a TED Talk. And I'm working on a documentary in conjunction with the TED Talk on the 1997 film Chasing Amy and its cultural impact on the LGBT community.
Okay.
And so the TED Talk kind of dives into that. And then we're working on a new film called Pancake Skank, which is not a documentary. It's a short narrative about this woman who just goes around stealing pancakes, county to county. It's a surrealist, satirical, like short comedy, and
Wow.
it's gonna be fun.
What about you?
What
go,
you
Bradley.
said mostly.
Yeah.
But I mean, outside of that, I'm working on writing my first feature, which is a fantasy western, with magic, all that kind of stuff.
It's right up my alley. I love it.
That's right up my alley too. I'm just like, oh.
And basically the shortened version is there's a black guy. It's before the Civil War, so it's in the year 1829. There's a black guy and an indigenous woman have to stop the United States from weaponizing higher consciousness, basically. So
Brad
I really
knows.
like that.
Brad knows.
I really like that. Oh man. Okay, so where can we find information about the film and you guys?
You can go to my website, SavannahRodgers.com, and then the production company that we have, Professional Amateur Productions, which is ProAmateurProductions.com.
Where can I find you?
it's pretty hard to find me, actually.
It's mysterious.
He's elusive.
Yeah, just
It's hard to get him here.
Oh, no.
Also, if you do find me, you probably, well, there's not that much information out there anyway, but if you need to find anything about us, because we usually work together,
Okay.
Professional Amateur website is where to go.
Yeah.
Perfect. Well, thank you guys again. I'm so excited to see this because the premise is amazing. Oh my God. And I'm going to do some puppy lovins. Even though I'm allergic, I'll die.
Pugs are worth it.
They are.
Agreed.
Thank you guys again.
Thank you.
Thank you.